You know, it's a weird thing when your life is ruled by spirit. And I don't mean ruled by as if I don't have free will, but there's just always this energy of like, oh, here's the opening. So here we are on a Friday night. Oh, here's the opening. I'm so excited to be here with you now. And I just needed to rattle a little bit for myself to come to center. Because, you know, it's Friday and it's 77 degrees here in Denver in November. This lady is loving the sun. So, hey, you want to come into the same sacred space with me? Welcome to November. And wherever you've been and whatever your day has brought you, just allow yourself a moment to dip in. And when we say dip into the sweetness of you. Pull from the resources of your divine light that is never outside of you. It's always right here. Sometimes it takes a moment of quiet, but most of the time, just an intention of coming back into gentle alignment with spirit. Then maybe begin to open the Akashic Records of November 2021. You'd like to open your own Akashic Records. Grand, good idea. And in that way, what's coming through for the collective can match up and give you information about what's coming in for you. We ask Great Mother in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround November 2021 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. Hey. We ask November 2021's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic Records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. Whew. There we go. And maybe you just noticed, I noticed, it just got bigger. Hey, cool. Dipping into your light and you gets to expand. It's not compacted or contracted. We ask Great Spirit in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround November 2021 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. Oh ma'at, hola. Ong Sa ma'at. We ask November 2021's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. Heard. We ask the keepers of the Akashic Records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. FYI, when I'm doing private sessions with you guys, this is how it goes. Each time I open, a different wave of this information comes in. But right away, we have Ma'at, who is standing in front of me. Hey. And she's acting as the best way that I can describe it is she's guarding this passageway, guarding this passageway into 2022. Big deal. Okay, noted. And if you can think of in the never-ending story, you know how there's those two beautiful beings, the oracles, is that what they're called, who flank? Ooh, yeah. So we've got my aunt who is here and just kind of like holding. You're going to have to pass through her to move into 2022. Noted. So thank you. Part of what we are getting ready for in November 2021 is getting our energies in alignment, becoming more centered within self, pulling from the resources of self. So yeah, inner space perfectly timed in this way. Thank you. Because it's about looking inward. It's not about looking outward anymore. It's not about what's going on out there, because that over and over proves to be untrue. We don't know what the truth is out there. This is where it is. Thank you very much. So cool. May I continue now? Oh, yeah. Ong Sa. Yes, Great Father in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround. Heard, November 2021 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. Thanks, heard. We ask November 2021's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. Yes, the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Because the information's coming in hot and heavy. So glad I listened to her doing this now. The Akashic field is like it's activated at a different frequency. So I heard. Thank you. What we're calling like the Akashic reality, galactic reality, and terrestrial reality. It's almost like there's an electrified burst that is going through the old reality and it's shaking everything off of it. If you've worked with me and the Scorpions, this would be a really good time to start chanting those Scorpions' names. Big deal, because the Scorpions are going to clear your path, but they'll also, thank you so much, clear the extra debris of whatever is going on. Thank you so much. So there's this activated field that you are going to have access to. How you move about within yourself through this reality is going to determine, it's not necessarily your it's not your success that it's going to be determining. It's instead the ease with which you can make this transition. Great, great. And this doesn't look heard. Would you like me to look at that card? I would love to look at that card. Hold up, y'all. Isn't it funny? They're like, yeah, look at the card. I don't have the card right here. It doesn't feel like the division of a reality. It just feels like anything that is untrue is going to become even more untrue. It's going to become more irritating almost to watch. It will become, thank you, they're showing it like almost in neon lights and big arrows. So the absurdity of things is going to become more absurd, and you'll have an easier time disconnecting from those things that are untrue. And this is not a judgment on anything. There's just, things that are in alignment with divinity, things that are in alignment with the ascension, things that are in alignment with the evolution of consciousness and humanity, and those that are hindering it in some way. It's okay. You can be on whatever team you want. I'm on Team Light. That's just the one I picked in this life. And they want us to have two cards from this deck. Heard it's kind of like an opening of November and a closing of November. Heard motherfucker, yeah, right there. It's so good. So the first card that we have is the seed. And that seed is going to be, thank you. What is the seed? Do you remember? Sa. It's the divine droplet that you are. So I love this because even in this card specifically, it is this perfect little droplet of the pearl. It is pristine. It is perfect. And I like the way this is radiating out, because this is what's being asked of you right now is come within, let yourself get bigger. Let that get smaller. And then we have, oh, interesting. Here's the Judge. And the Judge is even more interesting because I know that whenever the idea came forward of quadrality, remember that? Thoth was doing this teaching maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Thank you. I think it was 2020. Do you know that 2020 was almost 2 years ago? Weird. But this Judge energy, it's going to be perfectly Ma'at. It's going to be perfectly Thoth. It's also going to be affirming this idea of worlds are going to be shifting a little bit. This doesn't look like a great divide. It doesn't look like anything that is scary. This is nothing that I need you to feel fearful of, because you've done your work. And not that those who haven't done their work will be scared, but they'll have a harder time as the illusions of this reality continue to reveal themselves, as the truth begins to rise up. So, love it. And I love that they wanted 2 of these specifically. So kind of one how we enter the month and another how we end the month. And the more that we can stay in that seed. Sa, I heard you. Yes. We're going to be working a lot with Ma'at, thanks. And I love this energy that's coming up right away, because here's our 3 of Cups. And I love 3 of Cups is not a place of panic. I talked to one of my besties, and I, snarkily. Can you imagine me snarky in my personal life too? Nah. I called her and I'm like, hey, remember when we were happy? Do you remember those people who were happy? And what I've noticed happening, I was going to try to put a time frame on it, but time doesn't work. There's been a different levity that's been up. Thanks. My own experience, because I've been tending to myself differently. I've been meditating every day at Shisahat's request, but it's also what I'm hearing from girlfriends as well. There's different lightness that's going on right now. So whatever that crux of energy was, Oh, thank God it's lifted a bit. And truthfully, I didn't think it was going to be lifting until February. Is that whenever I saw like some big shift of February? So I'm grateful that this is hitting us right now. So thank you for that Three of Cups. I know, you guys, we can't get away from this card of judgment. And I want us to recognize in that place of judgment, we've got another place of separation. And it's not the, oh, thanks. It's not a division, it's a revelation. That card of judgment, also Ma'at, the scales of Ma'at. You remember how that works, right? Is your heart as light as a feather? Is what weighs upon you being lessened? I've had to really, within my own inner healing, I've recognized the need to make amends in different ways. And it's not that I carry or harbor a ton of resentment, but I, like you, have been hurt. Have you been hurt? I have. And I don't always know how to get into forgiveness. Forgiveness feels like a more sincere practice that I haven't mastered at times. Being able to accept it first, getting better at, I think I've accepted most everything, but it's that place of total forgiveness where it's neutralized that I've had to take personal stock of within the last 6 weeks. I'm working on it. Hopefully you are too. Thanks. And I'm asking you guys again to show us these energies of November. I can see that there's, things are going to be showing up. And I always love that idea of judgment, even in the tarot. The judgment card is usually my card of ascension, at least in the traditional Rider-Waite. This one, I don't get into ascension so much, but what I do see with all of this is it's this inner light that matters. It's the seed. It's the Sa. Ong Sa. You want to try that? You don't put in you. Whenever you want to practice it for yourself, it's Ong, your name, Sa. It's honoring the divine light that you are. It's calling that forth up to the surface and asking that to be a little bit more of your guiding light. Thanks for laughing at my inability to remember the tarot. And goodness gracious, can I tell you, this Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles has been showing up with almost every client. Two of Pentacles, and you can see we've got so much of this that is the duality. It's the polarity that isn't serving us anymore. It's the division of us versus them that is no longer serving us. That place of judgment, it's not working anymore. Judging anyone doesn't work anymore. So I think what we're going to do today, it sounds like it would be really good to go to Ma'at. We don't necessarily need to go to the scales, but let's ask for a little bit of help. And the Page of Pentacles is just my confirmation on this of what's the key and what's the blessing that will serve you best through the month of November. Thanks. And I think you know me by this point in time. I don't have anything planned over here. Duh, obviously. So instead, we're just going to ask. Heard. Akena ikiki. Heard. Interesting. They want to do air. Hey, thanks for letting this be real life, because you know this is real life, right? I think that's what you're in right now, too. You're in real life? I'm in real life. Okay. Ready? And I want you to drop into your Sa. Wherever that divine droplet of you is within your body. If you can pulse with it or breathe with it. And if chanting your name, Ong, your name, Sa. Ong, Andy, Sa. Ong, Andy, Sa. Andy Sa. Let that light of you expand. Continue chanting. And I just want you to bask in your own light for a few moments. And I want you to hand over to Ma'at anything that perplexes you. Any places of doubt. Anything that sticks in your mind or you're trying to figure out that is interrupting your ability to be pure fucking light. And just lay it at her feet. And I want you to either gaze more deeply into Ma'at's eyes. Oftentimes we can't see the eyes, we haven't earned it all the way. Or invite Ma'at into your big, bulbous, glowing golden field. Ooh, ask her to overlay within your energetic field truth, free of judgment. You might also hand over to her any places where you haven't gotten to acceptance or forgiveness. Free yourself, my love. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Ma'at reminds you that she resides within you, never as judge, but as purity, simplicity, innocence. She says it could be this month that people are trying to convince you of things. There's a possibility of many people being duped. Many people waking up to truth. And as that can be scary, come again into the softness of your Sa. Ong Sa Ma'at. Ooh. And as you can feel Ma'at in your field, she really is, it's cute. Moving out of you impurities, untruths, dishonesty, confusion, doubt. Because truth is so easy. Truth is so easy. Nothing to remember. And she's showing me this very sweet thing where truth is just like the breath. So maybe seeing that feather of Ma'at. Placing it somewhere in your field or in your body. Or even doing a feather brushing on yourself to clear any tightness, any distress when truth does try to arise. Ong Sa. And I want you to breathe not only with Ma'at, with your Sa, but also with the ease of truth. Oh, in any places where you've been untrue in the past, just be sweet. It was done out of fear, shame. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Unburden your sorrows, Ong Sa. Unburden yourself from the need to understand, Ong Sa. Oh, unburden yourself from the need to be right, Ong fucking Sa. And I want you to bring those wings of Ma'at to your chest. Maybe putting them around heart, or maybe putting them even at your shoulders. Putting them behind heart at the back where they belong. Letting yourself feel even the bigger expanse of you. Remembering that energetic field, that Merkaba, when fully activated, 55 feet in every direction. Do you take up all your space? Do you forget sometimes? Sa. Sa. Oh, thank you. She's also offering, I know a lot of us sometimes wake up at night. I've been very conscious lately for myself of not going into any places of judgment or contraction, and instead staying in that very sweet inner child. What do I need? What do I need? Giving myself so much love. So she's offering the Sa when you do wake up in the night in that way, to come back into that divine droplet, the seed that you are, the perfection of your beauty as it always is, my love. Ma'at sees you as you are. Ma'at knows you as you are. Ma'at knows you in a perfection that you may not. Thanks. See yourself through her eyes. Ong, your name, Sa. And with those wings still expanded, I want you to open your eyes. Coming back into present. Coming back into now. And remembering there is no separation, there is no difference. Because that experience, that level of participation in reality, well, it's becoming more and more real with every goddamn breath, isn't it? We're the ones who have cultivated it just a minute longer. And when we are at peace, not panicking, not judging, it will show the others how. And those who choose to engage in a struggle or a fight or a judgment or a division will only be fighting themselves and will reveal themselves in a different way. Thanks. So it's not that we need to show them love, because you are love. Keep staying in your field of love. Keep remembering your field of love. Oh, my love. Oh, my love. Oh, our love. What a great job we're doing. And I know oftentimes as I come out of these really juicy spaces with you, I forget to close the records. Would you please remember to close the records? So, I'm missing all dimensions. The records are closed at Ong Sa. The records are closed, Ong Sa. Ever since Dr. Carmen mentioned that Amun or Amen thing, I've been changing my languaging. Feels right. Ong Sa. I love you so much. I hope you have on your calendar to join us for the 11/11 activation with Shisahat, because I've been preparing for that one in a way that I haven't ever before. And if inner space is calling to you, get in there. We're going to be doing some really sweet, tender practice of this saw in every way, an honoring of it. Isn't that funny? Yeah, Saw is actually week 4. The final, hey, little, in case you haven't done it yet, the final week is you coming into your Saw right before solstice and Yule and Christmas and family and all of the good stuff, huh? Thanks for showing up for you. Thanks for being a part of this vibrant community. Thanks in any way that you participate, because it's enough. I'll see you soon.